AAC automatic production line consists of 6 sections. All kinds of siliceous raw materials, after weighing, are sent into the ball mill for grinding by the belt conveyor and made into slurry to store in the slurry tanks. Cement and powder lime are conveyed to silos for storage respectively. The steel wires are welded as steel mesh by the full automatic welding machine. Automatic mesh assemble system realizes the automatic grasping, positioning, and arrangement of the pin frame. Automatic pin cleaning and exchanging. Automatic fastener conveyor. Automatic fastener installing. Steel mesh automatic circulation. Automatic mesh assembling and other functions. After mesh hanging, it is cyclic transferred by assembly frame ferry cart and conveyor rack. After anti-corrosion and drying, steel pins are inserted by the pin inserting hoister to the mold. The prepared slurry, lime, cement, and other raw materials are precisely measured and then automatically conveyed into pouring mixer for high-speed mixing according to recipe program. The mixed slurry is poured into the mold by the lifting nozzle. The bubbles will be removed by vibrating rods. Steel meshes or cages are plugged into the located mold by the pin inserting hoister. Then the mold is conveyed to the precuring room by ferry cart for curing under constant temperature. When the cake reaches the cutting required hardness after procuring, the mold will be conveyed to the pin drawing out area. The pin drawing out hoister will pull out the assemble frame and pins together and place it on the conveyor rack, transporting to the automatic mesh assemble area. The tilting hoister turns the mold over 90 degrees. And puts it onto the first cutting cart or demolding. Then the empty mold will be assembled with a cleaned side plate. The empty mold will be hoisted to the returning line for oiling, waiting for the next pouring. The first cutting cart carries the green cake passing through servo side cutting and servo type horizontal cutting. Complete the profiling cutting and horizontal precision cutting of the cake. The first cutting cart continuously moves to the vertical cutting area. The exchange device lifts the cake and side plate for vertical cutting. During vertical cutting process, the cutting machine frame swings back and forth, and cutting wires are tensioned by pneumatic cylinders. The vacuum hood absorbs and removes the top waste of the cake. After vertical cutting, the second cutting cart carries the cake through air blowing device to remove the two sides waste. The cake is conveyed to the loading hoister. There are 2 forms of removing the bottom waste of the cake in Teeyer AAC production line. Ground tilting type, with high equipment strength and small deformation, is applicable to panel production line. The loading hoister takes the green cake onto the tilting table for tilting. The side scraper removes the waste at the bottom of the cake and on the side plate. Air tilting type will tilt the cake and remove the bottom waste during moving. Improve productivity, more commonly used in high-output block production lines. After the waste is removed, the cake is hoisted by the loading hoister to the autoclave cart for grouping. With the use of upright cutting horizontal autoclaving and green cake separating technology, the green cake separator can reduce the conglutination of the cake, prevent breakage during separating, improve the product yield rate, realize the mass production of thin blocks and panels, realize the extension of autoclaved aerated products to thermal insulation products. Autoclave cart after grouping. Be conveyed to the grouping ferry cart by friction wheels. After the completion of the grouping the whole line autoclave trolleys, the trolleys will be conveyed to the autoclave automatically by the tractors. The white cake after autoclaving will be pulled out of the autoclave by after autoclave ferry carts automatically. The ferry cart carries the white cake to the trolley returning line. The unloading hoister puts the cake onto the side plate roller conveyor. The roller conveys the cake to the separator area. The separator separates the cake layer by layer. After being separated, the finished product will be conveyed to the single cake clamping hoister by side plate rollers. The panels will be lifted to the panel packaging line separately by clamping hoister. The robotic arm and the rotary hoister cooperate to lift the block to the non-pallet packing line for stacking, selecting blocks, and packing. After packaging, the finished products will be kept to the storage yard by forklifts.